spend the day in my pyjamas with my laptop on my knees, surrounded by half-drunk cups of Earl Grey, so I had taken to working in a local cafe. The day it happened, I was sitting there with a tea, toying pleasurably with a Word doc covered in red corrections, when I became aware of a commotion near the door. There was a woman, distressed, early 30s, blonde-haired, glamorous. She hurried to the customer restroom, hurried back to the cafe entrance. "I just left it in there," she said, visibly distressed. "And he took my bag." "I'll call the police," said Antonia, the waitress. I told myself not to get involved. I had a deadline for the end of the day, but the woman looked so vulnerable that my heart went out to her. I waved at her, calling, "If you need to cancel your cards or anything, you can borrow my mobile." She sat down next to me, relaying her horror story. She'd accidentally left behind her handbag, and when she went back for it, she saw a teenager had grabbed it and was dashing past her towards the exit. She had just moved to the area and was shocked. "It's normally so quiet in here," I reassured her. "It's nearly always yummy mummies, to be honest. I think you've just been unlucky. Sorry." We chatted some more. Antonia brought her a free coffee. She called her husband to get him to check their insurance policy for her card numbers and got them cancelled. Soon a policewoman arrived. At this point I left, walking home with a guilty zing of excitement. Meeting Sophia had been a thrill, broken the routine of my day. It made me reflect later that though we loved our new place, we were lonely. The trek back to Walthamstow was more of an effort than we'd imagined, and often Adam was too tired after long days at work. We'd only seen our old friends a few times since the move. Adam didn't mind as he preferred staying in, but I've always enjoyed socialising. Back home, it was my turn to cook dinner. Adam sipped a Siren beer and watched me chop veg as I enthused about my afternoon. I found her on Instagram. I showed him my phone. "Sophia McInnes." Adam's eyes lit up. "She's hot." I gave him a sharp nudge, and he grabbed me and kissed me, declaring that nobody was as gorgeous as his wench. "Oh, wow!" My heart leaped as I noticed a little red person icon in my notifications. "She's just followed me back and sent me a message saying thank you for my extraordinary kindness. She's actually an artist." I scrolled through images of her paintings. They were in the style of Vanessa Bell, vibrant colours and abstract shapes. She's done designs for Liberties. She's had exhibitions. "How many followers does she have?" Adam asked, a teasing edge to his voice. "Over 6,000. "And how many do you have?" "Fuck off." I gave him a cross kiss. "I only joined a few weeks ago. I'm building a base." "You should invite her over for dinner," he reflected. "Her and her chap. It would be nice to meet some new people." Chapter 3. Then. Eleanor. The next time I bumped into Sophia at the Vicomte Cafe, I invited her and her husband Finn over to dinner for the following evening. I tried looking up Finn on her Instagram and was surprised to find no trace of him. Just Sophia, looking impeccable with her hair scooped back with sunglasses, cool as a Hitchcock blonde. She'd mentioned her husband was older than her. I wondered if she was embarrassed by him, if he was a lecherous old goat she'd rather hide away. In my head, he became a caricature, a 90-year-old needing her help with his walking frame. Adam and I were rusty at entertaining guests. We cooked together, chopping and singing along to the radio and joking about. At one point, I splashed water at him, and he tickled me and thwacked a tea towel against my bottom. This was what I loved about Adam, the way we could be childish together and let off steam and stress, knowing that the moment the doorbell rang, we'd have to present ourselves as grown-ups. I wondered nervously how we might seem to our dinner guests. People would sometimes do a double take at me and Adam, musing that we looked mismatched. He was wearing jeans and a black t-shirt with a rock music logo on it. He looked as though he